Uh-oh. Why are you doing this? Burn off steam. Big day. Big day.
I already ran 6 miles and did spin class, so.
You did both?
Off the rim. This is easy. This is my cool down.
I'm getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are gonna chime.
Oh, Chris, where to begin with you? I am so blessed and thankful to have met you. You are beyond what I ever thought God was bringing to my life. Everything about you, you're so caring, so loving, and you just show so much to me every day, and I just feel like I can never show you as much back.
So Nicole came home or called you up and said, I met a guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And once we saw them together, we just knew right away that.
Yeah.
I mean, just could tell by the way they look at each other. She dated other guys, and you met them, and they were big deal, you know, blah blah blah, you know. So, but yeah, he was just a wonderful guy. We met him, got along with him great right off the start. And like I said, they just look at each other. They just look at each other's eyes. I couldn't.
She had the look, huh?
Yep,
Yeah.
just had to look.
You said that other guys that she had you made, you kind of knew. It was like,
Yeah, you just never.
You could tell they weren't the one.
Yeah, you could just tell they just didn't mean. I mean.
How did she spring the news on you that she was ready to take the plunge?
Well, she really didn't. And actually, it was Chris. He took us out to dinner. And he asked for our permission. I go, when's the last time you had a guy ask for permission to get married to your daughter? You know,
That's old-fashioned.
I thought that was really neat that he did that. You know, I was, you know, at first he thought I was a little cold about it when he said it. You know, but you know, it was just no.
It was Daddy's girl.
Well, you are the dad.
My little girl. You know, I'm thinking about this. Wow, you know.
And she is our baby. So.
Right on the head.
How about a practice kiss? There, you got it? One more kiss, Chris.
Good. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Well, the big day is here, Christopher and Nicole, and I wish for you very much happiness and joy with each other. Nicole, you're marrying a very kind and loving individual, and Christopher, I can tell from all that Nicole is and does for you, from the many hours at Ironman she stood by you, and through so many things in your life, and the same for you, Chris.
And finally, just to kind of cap things off, he really taught me how to be a dad. That's very, very touching because, you know, fathers and daughters are special, but fathers and sons are also special. And so I just wanted to give a shout out to Chris for helping me become a much better father and hopefully a better person as well.
Yeah. But then the third date was when we had the first kiss, and that was even colder as well.
Yeah, but I had a coat on that.
So you kind of knew about a third date, right?
Sweatshirt on at least that time.
You kind of knew that from the third day it was going to be at least kind of serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we had been wanting to meet up again, and then it snowed.
I think it always takes about 3 dates.
Yeah. I was going to ask her in New York, but then I was like, oh, that might be too much with security and just too much logistics-wise. So I got the ring on a Saturday, and like that day, I had made up my mind that I had something in my mind in case the rain came early. So I canceled one of my tennis lessons that day, kicked out both my roommates, much to their chagrin, and then made this semi-elaborate plan that involved Cheetos and all these different...
Cheetos, I got pictures on Facebook of you guys with Cheetos.
Yeah.
What's with the Cheetos?
That's her favorite, that's one of her favorite...
Junk food vices.
Yeah. And so I got a bag of Cheetos and I laid it out by the front of our house.
Oh.
And I made a trail of Cheetos.
Cool.
To the door. And then the final one was in front of my door of my bedroom. And so then I had her open, she opened the door and I was there on my knee.
On your knee?
With the ring. Yeah.
Just like I did.
I wasn't bawling.
You were crying.
Was I crying?
Yeah. You couldn't even really ask.
Really?
Yeah.
And what do you say, Nicole?
I said yeah.
Wait until tomorrow.
He tried to put the ring on and I remember just wrapping my arms around it.
Yeah.
And that's so
Let me see the ring.
Your shoes, your shoes.
Can I grab you?
Cooler. All right. Good stuff. I just have.
I have always considered myself lucky to have Chris as a big brother. He has always been a role model and someone that I have looked up to my entire life. He is the most selfless person I know, and it is hard to find him without a smile on his face. One of my favorite memories of him is when we both lived at home and it was the first snowfall. He had woken me up from bed and said we have to go sledding, even though it was past our bedtime, so we went outside and slid down this little hill across the street, just a little pile of dirt covered in snow, and we had a lot of fun.
Christopher in my childhood greatly mimics the story The Pain in the Great One. Who knew that my little brother, who chased me around with a butcher's knife, jumped off the top of the stairs and basically terrorized me by kicking me his whole childhood and kneeing me in the spine, would become such a sensitive, loving, strong individual with many talents that we didn't even realize until he was older. He's just a wonderful human being. Not only is he brilliant, but he's also such a caring, great uncle to Dennis. I really, really enjoy spending time with him and with Nicole together.
she'd always say that she'd never get married, and I'd get married before her, and I always had other boyfriends. But she brought home a few guys, and to be honest, I was like, not a fan. But then I met Chris, and I knew instantly he was the one for her. The way she talked about him, the way she looked at him, and when I saw the two of them together, I thought, hey, this one's for my sister. But there was one more special guy in Nicole's life that would need to approve of Chris.
Cool.
And this wasn't just any guy. It was Nicole's number one guy. This guy was her buddy, her protector, her best friend, and the guy she could always count on. I'm talking about her dog, Osmalik. Believe me, this would not be an easy feat to impress the Oz. He didn't just want any guy coming in to steal his girl. Turns out Chris and Oz hit it off, and he was a huge fan of Chris's. Oz was taken too soon from us, from this earth, but I know he wouldn't have left this world without knowing his girl was in good hands. Chris, I'm so happy you are joining our family. Nicole is extremely lucky to have such a wonderful guy in her life. Couldn't be happier for you both, and love you, XOXO.
Those of you who don't know me, I'm Nicole's lifelong best friend, 24 years to be exact. For those of you who do know Nicole and I, you probably know that growing up we were pretty much attached at the hip. Like, for sure. We also shared together band, show choir, and we were even sharing our class's valedictorian. Thanks. You guys are the perfect match. You're both deeply rooted in your faith, driven in your careers, and you're both two of the most genuine people that anyone could ever meet. May your love be modern enough to keep up with the times, but old-fashioned enough to last forever. Cheers to the Chens!
Is such a good friend, I think, to me, because we are very different. And so I think you find people in your life that kind of balance you.
He's like, I went on 1 or 2 dates with this girl, okay. And she's coming over tonight. I'm like, oh, okay. And she came over that night, I met her very briefly, and then Chris ushered her into the room, and nothing crazy happened, but I had the room next door to him, and I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. So I put the phone up to the wall, and he's playing some sort of a love song. I think it was it Ball and Chain? You love that song. Wonderful Tonight. So I have that on my old phone, sitting at my apartment for the highest bidder, whoever wants to hear it. I've got it through the wall.
The first thing I noticed about Nicole was her smile and her eyes, probably a tie between the two, and just how beautiful they both were. And as I got to know her more, I realized behind those beautiful eyes and the beautiful smile is just a beautiful person. I'm excited to come home to her, always sad to leave her. And we just share so many laughs, so many great times together. And you know, the great thing is that she's one of the few people I know where I can be 100% myself, 100% comfortable with everything that I am, and she's 100% comfortable with me. I'm just so very, very lucky to have her. I love you, Nicole.